Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Welcome back. Welcome back to the replay. For all of my people watching the replay, y'all. I hope y'all having a wonderful day. I will be honest. I know people will ask, I am so tired. I've had such a long day. I'm so tired. I don't know what to do. I'm just like, please. I cannot deal with this anymore. It's just too much. It's just too much. It's just been a very long day. And it's just been too much for me. So I'm hoping that this live rejuvenates me and brings me some energy so that I can like recuperate or something. Like I need something to just like give me that bolt of energy. Because when I tell y'all, I could go to sleep so bad. Don't have me going to sleep on this live, y'all. No. But we're back. We're talking about love and belonging. We're manifesting love and belonging. And today's prompt says, how do you feel when someone truly receives your love? How do you feel when someone truly receives your love? So we talked a lot about, receiving love from other people, what that looks like, what that feels like. But today we are talking about giving other people love. Providing love to other people. And what does that feel like when you're able to do that? We're also going to go into detail about what does that exchange awaken in you, meaning how does that make you feel deeper, on a deeper level. So we're going to wait. I'm going to go ahead and put a poll up for today. Oh, look again. YouTube's, hi Diamond. YouTube is not wanting to work. Hey Warrior, you miss me, friend. You miss me. Here we go. YouTube not wanting to work. How y'all doing today? There we go. What is your love language? Quality time. What's the other love languages? How y'all doing today, y'all? I hope y'all having a good day. Y'all tell me how y'all's day going. Words of affirmation. Add option. Receiving gifts. Add option. You can only do 4. Okay, so we said quality time, words of affirmation, receiving gifts, physical touch. Wow, why can you only do this many? Or other. Comment below. How y'all doing today? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all talking to me, because I am trying to get this poll together. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, there we go. Got the poll together. How y'all doing? Make sure y'all like the live on the comment, especially if y'all been here before. Let me see. Hey Regard. Hey Warrior. I said hey to you. Say you got great vibes and energy. It is weird that I missed that. Oh. No, it's not. It's not weird. Going well. Still at work. Just closing out. Chilling. Ready to go. Okay, period. Okay, you closing out? Closing out as in closing the store, or are you just leaving? Hey Silly. How y'all doing today? So we're talking about love language. Unfortunately, the poll only allows me to do 4. So if y'all are voting and it's another one outside of physical touch, comment below. Comment below and tell me which one it is. Because I want to talk about how do you feel when someone receives your love. And in order to even acknowledge how you feel when someone receives your love, you have to know how you give love. Obviously, we have to talk about love. How do you give love? Love meaning supportive energy that motivates others, that cares for others. Right? You love the braids? Thank you, silly girl. Thank you. Thank you so much. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. We are at the 5-minute mark. Let me see. I'm gonna go get some water real quick. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Mind y'all, I have some bubbles. You said words of affirmation. Yeah, I put quality time. Why you put quality time if it's words of affirmation? Now I got bubbles all on my glasses, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna wait for everybody to come in the live. I'm just gonna blow bubbles while we wait. Okay. While we wait. Stop playing. You said stop playing with you. Okay, period. Y'all, now I got popping bubbles on my face. So far we got 33% said popping bubbles. Mind you, it's only 3 people who voted. When I tell y'all, once they change this poll up, people do not be voting no more. What's going on? Y'all, I actually just opened up my Instagram, so it's the same as my YouTube name, Meiana the Sage. So if y'all want to follow me on Instagram, it's the same as my YouTube. I feel like people need to get more creative. I'm excited for the day when people get more creative with the spam comments that they make. Or is it that y'all just robots? What's going on? So in a minute, we're gonna go ahead and get started, y'all. This is for y'all. This is for me. This is relaxing. The only thing that can support me on a long day is to blow bubbles instead of going to the streets. Hello, King. How y'all doing today? I'm just trying to do some entertaining stuff for y'all before we get started. I'm tired today. I'm gonna be very honest, very tired. Y'all, I'm a little bit upset too. Let me tell y'all why. That's why I'm blowing bubbles today. To support me so I can feel better. Oh, I love you too, Shadow Blade. Let me tell y'all why. And we at 9 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me tell y'all why. So I went to go get a burger from a place that I've never been to before. It was a suggestion from somebody. So I went to go get a burger from this place, and it was such a good burger. When I tell you that burger was really good, I'm eating the burger. It's a big burger. The burger was like this big. It's a really delicious burger. I'm eating the burger. And I ate, like I had this much left of the burger. As I'm about to eat into the burger, I see a piece of hair sticking out the burger, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. I see a piece of hair sticking out the burger. So I go and I pick the piece of hair out and I pull it out. It's a long string of hair, like this long, in the burger, inside the burger. I done literally ate 75% of this burger already. So that really ruined my whole experience. And then on top of that, it made my stomach hurt. So Then I was like, you know what? Let me go get an ice cream. I'm just gonna give me an ice cream cone. Hey, John. I was like, I'm just gonna go get me an ice cream cone. And so I went to McDonald's to get an ice cream cone, and I came home and I ate half of my ice cream cone, and then I dropped my ice cream cone. So I don't know. Hey, Marthy. Hey, Spicy. I don't know, y'all. Today with food just has not been it. I'm having an okay day. It's just been a long day. It's just been long, y'all. But it's been okay. Something was in your food? Yeah, I was just telling them that I was eating a burger and it was a piece of hair in my burger. I was so upset. The Cosmos didn't want you to have that ice cream. I'm saying, at this point, the Cosmos didn't want me to eat nothing today. Because even my lunch, y'all, everything with my food been messing up today. Food that I was excited about, mind you. Food that I was excited about. Because I ate, but I brought my lunch today and I've been meal prepping like a meal, right? Hey, Elisa. Ooh. Hey, girl. And so what happened was on Sunday when I was about to meal prep, I had left the food out on the counter because I was about to meal prep. I was preparing the meal prep. But I had fell asleep and I took a nap and I was asleep for a few hours. So then when I woke up, I meal prepped the food, but I didn't realize that the food spoiled. So that's what I had brought for lunch today. So I didn't even get to eat the lunch that I was excited about. It was like $30 for that too. So I'm like, what's going on with my food today? My meal prep spoiled. My burger had hair in it. And I dropped my ice cream. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, y'all. So let me just try to be a good person. I don't know what happened today. But we're going to go ahead and get into it. Just the way it is, the food waste hurts my heart. I'm saying, hey, Damien, you changed your picture? What is that? That's you in the picture? Hey, y'all. I know, the food waste does hurt my heart, too. Like, oh my God. And when I went to the guy, because my friend had paid for the burger. So when I had went to the guy, I was like, can you give my friend back her money? Because I just found this hair and this is just not okay. And I was like, but the burger was really good. Like, it was really good. But this piece of hair just really ruined the whole experience. And so he ended up giving the money back. But I was just like, please, I never will come back here. Alyssa, you say you are very beautiful and your makeup looks perfect. Have a nice day. Thank you, baby. That's really sweet. I hate to start the live off with negative energy, but that was my day, so I gotta be honest. I have to be honest about my day. Tell them to hold the hair next. No, for real. Just a piece of hair, y'all. It was a long piece of hair. Mind you, my friend eating her burger next to me, and she was like, I might have ate some hair too, the way I ate this burger. I said, bro, that's crazy. You said I stopped talking to a girl because when we went out to eat, she tore the food up and threw most of it out. Not the cost, but a person who would waste food, no thanks. Yeah, you feel like she was wasteful. So your love language, Spicy, must be food. They should be wearing hairnets. No, for real. It wasn't his hair because he had like a gray beard. So I don't know who was back there making these burgers, but let's get into it. We have 10 votes. I think that's a good enough vote count for today. So we got, what is your love language? We got 40% who said quality time, 10% said words of affirmation, another 10% said receiving gifts, and then 40% said physical touch or other. So the other could be, oh, y'all voted. Oh, okay. It's moving. So it could be physical touch or acts of service. So the prompt that we're talking about today says, how do you feel when someone truly receives your love? What does the exchange awaken in you? What does that exchange awaken in you when somebody receives your love? So let's talk about it. It's a couple of things that I wanted to talk about today. And I am researching, just so y'all know, I'm looking it up. So I want to talk about how we get our love. How do we even become the person who we give the love in this type of way? Because there's so many ways to give love. Validity, you said gift giving and words of affirmation for real. Ooh, I love that for you. Yes. I think for me, words of affirmation has been one that I use a lot lately. I love to affirm people, and I love to just kind of like let them know, like, this is what I'm seeing. Like, you are actually a great, amazing individual, and look how far you come. Hey, Rico, how you doing today, y'all? So words of affirmation has been a big one for me. So number one, we all kind of know your love language is set up by your society, your socialization, your family, your culture, the way that you give love. So I find it very interesting with this, because when I'm looking at this, and when I was answering this prompt, I really couldn't pinpoint how I feel when someone receives my love. You said all of them hit different when done at the right time. Yeah. Yup. I really couldn't pinpoint how I felt when people received my love, and it was like I didn't realize at the time that my love language was definitely affirming people. Hey, Indra. Hello. I didn't realize at the time that that's what my love language was. And I think it's also my love language because it's easy for me. And when I say easy, it's easy for me to see the good in people when they're actually doing good for themselves. They're doing well for themselves. Like I was just talking to somebody, and I was just affirming why, some things may be happening, and how I see them within that situation that they're dealing with. So I don't know. I think also the reason why I like words of affirmation is because when I was at my lowest, when I experienced a very low point in my life, when somebody affirmed me, it completely shifted my entire perspective in the direction that I was moving towards. So I think that's a major reason why my love language is words of affirmation, because I saw how greatly it affected me during a low point in my life. And I know how supportive it can be to other people when they're going through those low moments as well. Validity said it's primarily a predisposition based upon genetics and how your parents or caregivers chose to give you love. Damien, you said quality time with that particular person allows us to connect both emotionally and spiritually. It helps to build a connection between us. Ooh, okay, y'all. So love language can also be decided upon attachment style. So it says people with secure attachments often express love openly, while those with anxious or avoidant attachments may lean towards love language that feels safer or more controlled. That's very interesting to me, because once you have anxiety, you want to start controlling the things around you. And a lot of times it's not that you need to control the things, it's that you need to control yourself. John, I'm not about to play with you. So it also says culture also plays a huge role in society, especially in the U.S. Verbal expression and physical touch are often celebrated. And that makes me so interested, because in other societies, physical touch is not something that you're going to see often, right? Like, especially like maybe a Muslim culture, people who, like Dubai and stuff, seeing physical touch as well as, PDA, public displays of affection, is not something that you're going to see. So I think that's very interesting, because what if somebody really does receive love more when it comes to physical touch, but because of their culture, there's the society that you say you done. Because the society and the culture that was raised in, they're not expressing that love language only because of that, and they just don't realize it. That's what I find very interesting. So what else? That's all they said. Okay, no, they said your love language isn't fixed. Life experiences, healing, and self-awareness can shift what you need over time. So just because today I say my love language is words of affirmation does not mean for the rest of my life my love language is going to be words of affirmation. I think it could definitely change, because imagine you get, all of a sudden you get big bags, big bank, but you don't have a lot of time. So what then will be your love language? And this is just hypothetical, of course. I'm thinking maybe giving gifts, you know, like giving gifts to somebody. And mind you, on the poll I said receiving gifts, but I meant to say giving gifts on the poll. Thank you, Nadir. Thank you, baby. So when I think about someone receiving my affirmations, it makes my heart expand. It makes my chest area and my heart expand, because when I feel like they're receiving it, it means that they are taking it and they're moving forward in their life because of my words of affirmation. Even with gifts, when I give gifts to people, especially when I'm in a good jolly mood and I feel like I have it in me to do it, right? I try my best to give gifts that pertain to the interest of the person who I'm giving it to. And so I give gifts that are going to be beneficial. So when somebody really receives my gifts and they really enjoy it, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good about myself. Like seriously, it really makes me feel good about myself, and that I was able to be aware of the person who I bought the gifts for enough to buy a gift that was perfect for them. You say I'm a Virgo, so I'm service to people. So what does that look like? That look like what? Like washing dishes, cleaning up, foot massages, back rubs, doing hair, cutting hair. What that look like? Hey Earl. Reen Turnup said, give and it shall return 10 plus. Period. 10. Period. Hey Straw Hat. Period. So I guess when I think about the question of what that love exchange awakens in me, it just makes me want to do it more. Like it makes me want to pay more attention. It's a natural positive reinforcement is how I'm seeing it. You said people needed me. That's an act of service. Damien, you said giving gifts is also nice, but I consider that temporary. Quality time is precious, and you should be able to make that person feel loved and appreciated. Yes. Yes. There's so many things that we can get into with this topic of how other people receive your love. But I want to be a little bit more surface level. Let me see. With it, so it doesn't go too deep, not too deep, but deep enough, you know. So let's first talk about how people can feel, more specifically y'all and myself, how we can feel when people receive our love. So I want to see at least like two or three people. When somebody receives, like for you, Damien, you said quality time. When someone is receiving that quality time, how are you feeling? John, when somebody's receiving that act of service, how are you feeling? This feels like class. Why everybody say that? They either say it feel like therapy or class. It's always therapy and class at this point. It's always. I want to know. Hey, Luis. Hey, friend. You feel gratified and fulfilled? I feel that for sure. Gratified and fulfilled. Rico, you say, I feel good when I help people who need it. Yes, I feel that too. I feel that too. So here's some emotions. Some people feel safe and secure. Like they can relax themselves, or they feel validated, seen, and understood, grateful, and connected. So that's what y'all were just saying. You feel good. John said he feels grateful. He said even when you don't want to do it, really. So there's times where you give people, you know, acts of service even when you don't want to do it, and you still feel good about it after that. That's interesting. Some people could feel energized, at peace, confident, open, and motivated. Really? I feel like giving your love to people, especially in a very open way, it what's the word? Period, John. It brings awareness to the relationship that y'all have, and it builds the connection, especially when it's genuine love. Like even when you saying, John, like you don't want to do it, but you do it anyway, that's still genuine. And how I'm seeing it, because you're doing something, right? You're still providing the act of service. But I feel like it brings awareness to the relationship, and it makes both of you guys feel seen. When you are truly like giving that love language, whatever your love language is, with a open heart, it's like, okay, when that person receives it, they're like, you see me, you notice me enough to provide this love to me. Hey Tom, welcome back to the live, friend. Rodrigo said it's a satisfying feeling. When's the last time that y'all provided a form of your love language? King of Oneself, you said, I think on a deeper, intimate level with love language, when there's that connection, you will speak a multitude of languages. Yes. Are you, King of Oneself, you just saying that you can do more than one of those languages? That means it boosts my self-confidence. Ooh. That means you said self-confidence, meaning that I could make the time to spend with that person regardless of whatever the situation. Oh, I like that. So you're saying that, man, like you will prioritize an individual even when things may come up, just so you can spend quality time with them. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. Tommy says, sacrifice is an action of love. Sacrifice mean if you are willing to do the things you don't want to do for the person that you love. Yeah. Yeah, that could be, that sacrifice can be a sign of love. That means you care. Rico said, yesterday I helped a lady who had a flat tire on the side of the highway and needed help. Wow. Wow. Did you feel called to do that? Like, was it like one of those things where it's like, oh, my heart, I can't even pass this lady, I need to go ahead and go help this lady? Damien says, it's like, anytime you need me, I'll be there, you can count on me. Oh, you like to be reliable, Damien. You like to be reliable and dependable. You like to be useful. John says, sacrifice is an ultimate love and responsibility. King of Oneself said, I feel like quality time, acts of service, touch, all of them is mine. Yeah. And that's what I was just saying earlier, is that these can change over time. In one instance of your life, one can be more dominant, and then it can shift. So it's all depending on who you are at the time in your life, how you're socialized, your culture, all those things can affect your love language. Rodrigo, you said, it's just like the right thing to do. I would want someone to help me if I was in that situation. She was an older lady. You know what, Rodrigo, now that you say that, I like that you said the right thing to do, because I feel like love is always right. Love is always right. Love never feels wrong. So what you saying, it felt like the right thing to do. When you think about your love language is always going to be what feels right in this moment. Like, you know, they say God is good. And if God is that motivating force in our life, God is love, God is good, God is right. So that's how you always know when you are moving in the act of love, when you're doing what is right, what feels right. So I think that was beautiful, Rorico. Damien said, well, that's how I won my wife over. I was always there for her when she needed me. But you know, Damien, I'm sorry. Damien, you said quality time, but what this sounds like is more of acts of service. Damien. And quality time could be a part of it, but you saying like needed and doing things for people, being there for people, it sounds like a mixture of quality time and acts of service. John said giving you your money back for that burger was the right thing to do. No, for real. The way he gave it back to me too, he gave it back to me like this, y'all. Mind you, my friend paid on Cash App, so he gave us cash. He said, that's how he gave me the money back, y'all. But yeah, because I would have been pissed if he was trying to play with me and I almost ate a damn hair. Tommy said, love is wrong because you can be loving someone that's not loving you back the same way. Yeah. I don't know. It's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. Because I would consider that unhealthy love. Unhealthy love if you love somebody who's not loving you back. But can love be wrong? Love can be wrong. Hey, friend Motaba. You help the world better when your chakras activated. What made you say that, John? Tom said love language is a part of courting the person you love. So when you get your wife, you should be doing the love language thing all the time. Or enabling love. Hey, Chris. Hey, GR. How y'all doing? I like the fact that y'all leading the conversation. I'm enjoying this conversation. I like seeing where y'all's mindset is about this love language today. Love is an action. Love is an action. Love is also a noun, but love is an action. Because love is a feeling. Love is a thing. Oh, good afternoon. It's evening time over here where I am. It's getting late. And I be wondering, is there really only 5 love languages? Is there not more than 5 love languages? Because, I mean, of course, all you see is 5 love languages, but I just feel like it has to be more. Oh, you just saying once you balance your chakras, it allowed you to embrace love even more. Yeah, I'm looking it up because I just feel like it has to be more love languages. And some of this just sound like intimacy. It sounds like when we talked about intimacy, because it says emotional safety, intellectual stimulation, shared experiences, spiritual connection, respect, and support. Love like this just literally just sounds like the intimacy conversation we had. Hey, no ego. Hey, Michael. GR, you said, wait, what? I'm missing some stuff. Oh, okay, yeah, real Rico, you said you thought it was like 10. GR, you said enabling a person isn't healthy when they have a bad lifestyle. Yeah. Because is that really love when you're doing something? But let me think. Because some people do things that feel right because that's how they're programmed to be. But that doesn't mean that it's the right thing to do. So really, right could be right is subjective. Right could be subjective. It doesn't mean it's technically right or ethically right, but in that person's perspective, that was the right thing to do at that moment, based off of what they knew and who they are. Chris said intimacy. What is that? Okay, let's answer the question. Intimacy is a form of how we show love, how we experience emotional safety. Damien said, I wouldn't call it an act of service. It's just that she was faced with a lot of hurdles in her life. And when we met, she was telling me about it. That's how I got attached to her so much. King, you said true love is unconditional. Yeah, GR, that's what I was just looking up. I was looking up what the other types of love languages were, and that's what came up. That's what came up is the ones that I just mentioned. Feeling understood, supported, respect, support, feeling love when your autonomy, choices, and boundaries are honored. Like, these just sound like the same thing. These just sound like the same thing. Tommy said, your love can be right, but the other person's love is not real. They're using you for the 3 months then that person is out. That could be what's happening, but is that right? I'm wondering, do that person feels right? Maybe not in the way that they're treating that person, but in what they're receiving. They feel right because they're receiving what they want to receive. So they're receiving the love. They don't care about other people receiving love. He said, don't how your mom treats you. Is that way you understand love? I mean, that is a primary factor. The way that your mom treats you is a way that you understand love. GR said, as there's different types of love. It's a lot of conversations going on. I'm getting confused. GR, when you say as there's different type of love, are you saying, because I know we were just talking about intimacy and me saying that the other love languages sounded like just intimacy, the conversation we had the other day about intimacy, but you're just saying, are there different types of love? Elvis, I'm so in love with you. I really like what you done to me. I can't really explain it. I'm so into you. Rico said, anyone can say that word love, but not everyone can show it. Facts. But my motto is, people don't know how to love themselves, and when people don't know how to love themselves, they cannot love others. What people are within themselves, they naturally express. Someone who loves themselves, they can't help it but to love what's around them, you know? So that's how I be thinking. Like, if I see somebody and they're constantly showing me that they're not spending time with themselves, they don't have quality times by themselves, they can't even be by themselves, they not affirming themselves, they not taking care of themselves and giving themselves gifts, they're not providing themselves physical touch, filling themselves out, touching their body, they're not doing acts of service for themselves, they cannot do that for me. They can't do it. You said your twin flame channeled that song to you? Why you say that? Could you love the song? Damien said, I guess quality time gives that person emotional empowerment. I can see that. I can see that. But I think all of these give emotional empowerment, vice versa. That's your jam. Don't make me start singing in here, Damien. I mean, John, start singing. Somebody asked me to come to the studio with them and start singing. I said, they must be watching my lives. Because they was like, no, like, I really want you to come over and, you know, I want you to try to sing. Like, they were like, I'll write you something, you can sing something. I said, y'all must be watching my lives, because where is this coming from, y'all? Where is this coming from? I ain't never had nobody ask me to come sing in the studio. said you got some vocals. I hear you. But you said y'all communicate through songs telepathically. We in separation. You gonna reach back out to her? Are you going to reach back out to her? I want to know. Okay, I like what Tom is saying, because that's exactly what I was about to ask y'all. What is y'all's definition of love? You said no, John. Are you done? You done with the relationship? What is y'all's definition of love is what I want to know. Tom said love is not an action. Love is how you feel. Sacrifice is an action. Love is my wife needs a kidney. If my child needs a kidney, that is sacrifice. Love wouldn't make you give a kidney without sacrifice. Damien said to Meiana singing Superstar. Johnny said she needs to come to you. Why she need to come to you? What she do? Chris, you said someone who's there. So quality time to you is love, Chris. Do. Thank you, Trior. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so Tom is saying sacrifice is the ultimate love. Hey, Parsa. John says she a runner. Oh, you did tell me that. She a runner. She a track star. She gonna run away when it gets hard. What else y'all think? What y'all think the definition of love is? Because in a way, I do agree that love is a sacrifice. I feel like we had this conversation before about the definition of love. And I feel like we talked about love being a sacrifice. And I think at first I was like, no, love is not a sacrifice. But then as I thought about it more, I was like, okay, love could be considered a sacrifice. Because when you love something, you care about it. You desire it, right? And you create that attachment. And once you attach to something, that lowers your frequency. Chris says, I know my mom loves me. She smacked me. She smacked me to this day. When you say smack me, what that mean? Because when I see smack, I think hit me. I don't know what smack mean. GR said love is caring. Love is unselfish. John said love is a human experience. John, you think love is a human experience? You don't think that it's an experience that anything else feels? Because love is one of the highest forms of frequencies to live on. And I feel like if it's just a frequency, then anything can live on that frequency. GR said love is many positive things, even tough love. Ooh. Damien said love is an unselfish act of sacrifice towards someone whom you care about without thinking about yourself and what you want in return. Ooh. Oh, so that must be, I think, Damien, I agree with you saying, but I want to add one word. Unconditional love is what it sounds like you saying. Because without wanting anything in return is definitely unconditional. Rorico said, I feel like it's unconditional. It's honest. King said, love is, can you accept and support me through the ebbs and flows of life? Chris said, tough love, real. So, Chris, what does smack mean? You didn't tell me what that means to you. Because two things. Smack means when you eating and you smack in your mouth. And smack means when somebody slap you. That's what it means to me. Or smack can be like, oh, this is smacking. Like, I can see somebody be like, oh, this is smacking. Like, this is really good. Like, this tastes good. But I ain't never heard nobody say this is smacking. You know? But, y'all, yeah. John said you smack when you eat Meiana. I probably do. I don't know. I never thought about it. Y'all be hearing me on this live. I be smacking on this live sometimes. I be rewatching my lives. I be like, oh my God, girl. Don't do that again. Chris said to put it lightly. The food busing. That's what I hear, busing for sure. Busing is what I've heard. I thought busing was a new phrase, cause my younger sibling was using that phrase, and I'm like, okay, I thought it was like something that the kids use. Well, this is busing. Tom said, when love is at his true highest vibration between two people, I don't believe nothing can break that. Yeah. I feel like there's a conversation that I want to get into deeper. Sometimes it just be so hard for me to connect to what I be feeling, but it could come to me, so I'm not gonna rush it. You think he meant hitting? That's what I was thinking too. Hey, Early Girly, how you doing, baby? I was thinking that too. So I feel like, you know, a lot of people have because we talked about, hey Evelyn, we talked about like giving love, and we was talking about people who, we talked about like wrong love, and I feel like wrong love is like controlling, right? People think that they're giving love, but really it's conditional. Because y'all was saying love is true. Love is unconditional. Some of y'all was saying love is sacrifice. Love is unselfish. But like that wrong love, that conditional love, people want to give you love, but it's not really love because it's not really supportive to you. And one thing, how I describe love is always supportive. Like, just period point. Love is motivating. Love is supportive. Love is an unconditional force. That's how I be describing it. Couple said, I don't want love. I want problems. Always. You a hoots. Love is supportive. Love is unconditional. Love is motivating. Love is definitely reinforcing. For sure. GR said, love also doesn't die when someone transitions. Sometimes love never dies. Yeah, I agree with that. Rodrigo said, I agree with that. If it's not supportive, it's not love. Yeah. Tommy said, Meiana, is very hard to feel love because the person that you are feeling may feel differently than you. They may like you more than you like them, or vice versa. Courting is important, not intimacy. But you know what's interesting? Because, you know, we talked about intimacy before, Tom. I don't think he was on live. I don't think he was on the live on that time, but we talked about intimacy because a lot of people confuse intimacy as being the same as just physical, like having sex, when in reality, intimacy is just love. Like, based on what, let me look this up. John said, love come from inside first for yourself. Facts. Chris said, you can really love someone but don't know how to be affectionate. Yeah. And Jalen said, how do you do? Hey, Jalen, what you eat today, Jalen? What'd you eat today, friend? What you cook? Okay, this is what's coming up. So they said, no, love and intimacy are deeply connected. So they say deeply connected. They locked in, y'all. But they are not the same. Love is an emotion and a commitment. Okay, chicken adobo. That sounds good. I want some. Chris said, and apparently affection is important to women. Actually, love is categorized. Some dictionaries describe love as affection. So I think that's not just a woman thing. Affection, everybody wants affection. Tommy said, intimacy is holding hands. Intimacy is feeling comfortable with the person you're with. Intimacy is when a woman feels so comfortable with you, she's not afraid to show you her body, so I can go for that. Yeah, and you're right. Damien said, unconditional love, acceptance, no conditions, no expectations, empathy, support, patience, and kindness. Rico said, if you don't love yourself, you can't probably love anybody else, period. Tom said, affection is a part of a love language. Yes. So the example I gave us was loving a family member but not sharing your deepest fears or secrets with them. Because so that's the lack of intimacy in the relationship. You can love somebody, but you can lack intimacy. But intimacy builds love. Y'all get it? That's how they correlate. They correlate, but they're not the same. They're not the same, but they're deeply entwined. They're binded together. Hey, Banish. Thank you, baby. You said, let me see. You said, I'll ship it out from Texas. When it get there, be sure to eat it right away. John said, I'm so healed. I love everybody, but my cutoff game is crazy. Don't take BS. Hey, Derek. What's up, y'all? Hey, y'all. So it says, intimacy is about closeness and connection, built on trust, vulnerability, and presence. It can be emotional, physical, intellectual, or even spiritual. The example that gave us was sharing insecurities, being emotionally open, or connecting deeply through quiet moments together. You miss me? Hey, La Costa McGee. Welcome back to the live, baby. Hey, girl. Chris said this sounds like a next level math problem. What are you talking about? So the key difference, love says I care for you. Love is care. Intimacy says I know you and I allow myself to be known by you. And you know what's so crazy? Some people are really not intimate with themselves. Some people are not intimate with themselves. Let's look up how to be intimate with ourselves. I like this. One way I like intimacy is like candlelit, slow jam music, dancing, you know, around the house. So self-awareness, honesty, nurturing, mind-body connection, self-compassion, time and presence, growth, exploration. GR said money can buy X, but not love. Yes. And I think that's the closeness of what X is, right? That's why X is considered an intimacy, because it brings you closer. It brings you in a closeness and it connects you. But it's not a deep level of intimacy if you don't share those other forms of intimacies that connects your mind and your spirit. For sure. So I was just looking up how to be intimate with yourself because I thought that was interesting, because we talk so much about intimacy with other people. So I was interested in seeing what that meant for ourselves. But self-awareness is just one of them. So spending time reflecting on your thoughts, journaling, meditating, sitting within your own silence, writing. I feel like it's just this is, yeah, self-intimacy is self-love, it sounds like. This is how you build self-love, is through self-intimacy. I really like the fact that intimacy and love is not the same thing, but that they're deeply connected. And I like how I can see the connection through when you build intimacy through whatever you're doing, it builds love. But you know, at the same time, building love does not build intimacy 100%. I like knowing that. There's something about that is just like, okay, that's interesting. Tom said, one of the things that my pops told me is that a woman gets bored very quickly. Women love adventure. Intimacy is always keeping the woman thinking. Rodrigo said, that's the best love. Okay, Pops. So lying to yourself. I feel like people lying to themselves, that'd be the hardest thing for some people to break. But I think the lying to yourself occurs with self-awareness. Like, self-awareness can get you a long way. Just being aware of how you feel, especially in your body, that's when you can be honest. Like, you can be like, okay, I'm not happy today. And I'm not about to pretend like I'm happy either. Hey, gamer. Nurturing yourself. So showing the same love and care that you would show to other people. Let's look at the definition of care. Chris said, women lie, men lie. Everybody lie. Period. Everybody do be lying, don't they? Don't they be lying? I just don't understand why this is doing this. Hey, IT. Hi, friend, the Gamers Lab. Time said Romans died when R&B music changed. Romans? When you listen to R&B music, music today, Sally to say it's not about Okay, hold up. Let me reread this. Oh, romance. Romance. Okay, that's what you meant. Romance died when R&B music changed. When you listen to R&B music today, blank to say it's not about love. It's about X and what you can get out of each other. Mm. Oh, so you okay? I like what you're saying, friend time, because I think that again, we talked earlier about how love can be shifted based off of cultural norms and socialization. So you're saying the music has socialized people to change how they give love. Interesting. So I think that even brings us to a deeper conversation of what is programming you to love? What has made you have the mindset about love? Because even we have talked about this before about how social media has shifted the dating scene and how a lot more people are playing manipulative games in the dating scene instead of just showing up their honest selves. Time said, if any of y'all ever heard the song Freddie Jackson, You Are My Lady, R.P. Bo Prison's Feel the Fire. I never heard those songs. I never heard those songs. But I will agree that the type of music that an individual listens to says a lot about who they are. For sure. For sure. You know that somebody's a lover person when all they listen to is love songs. You know somebody ghetto when they listen to, hood rap music, talking about guns and stuff. So that can key you into how somebody loves is the dominant music. I'm not saying just because somebody listen to who, I don't know. Who can we say? Just because somebody listens to a song by Future doesn't mean that they're a terrible person. But if their favorite artist is Future and they are listening to the music every day all the time, it says a lot about who they are. And look, Chris C said not the ratchet music. I love ratchet music. Y'all, if y'all know me, one of my favorite artists is Mona Leo. She make ratchet music. She make ratchet music, but I love her music because I love her lyrics. She's a lyricist. I love how her lyrics just make sense and they be flowing and it just sounds so effortless. Does your glass have any power? I don't know what that means, baby. You said I asked something. Hello. Why y'all be getting upset when I don't be responding? It be my first time seeing y'all. Y'all be the first time y'all here. I don't receive a text message that y'all saying y'all be on one. GR said that music culture presently casual X hookup sites apps. Yeah, facts. Tom said my older brother grew up on real hip hop. When they listen to the hip hop today, they can understand why the young kids are shooting each other. I don't mean to say it's horse like that. Chris said this is my first time. Chris, this ain't your first time. This ain't your first time here. I ain't about to play with you. Y'all, we've been on here for an hour. That actually went by pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie. You said Mona Leo cool. I heard songs of hers before. Yeah, I love me some Mona Leo. I just like how also she's very witty. She's very witty in her songs. I like a song that make me chuckle and kiki ha ha when I'm listening to it. John said drill music, the industry is using frequencies of the music. Yeah. Drill music. Yeah, for sure. For sure. What is this? No, but for real, love language really does sound like intimacy. Love language really does sound like intimacy. I think that that's one of the most interesting things. So when you are, I think what I'm taking from this live that I didn't realize before is that when you are providing love languages, like when you're giving your love language and somebody's receiving your love, you're building intimacy in your relationships. That's what I'm getting from this live. I feel like that's what I was trying to understand. I couldn't understand what I was looking for, but that's what it feels like it is that I was looking for. Tom said, my parents grew up on the OJ's Earth, Wind, and Fire, the Commodores, Frankie Beverly, and Mays, the Manhattan Herald, and the Blue Notes, the Whisper. Okay, so your parents grew up on the old school. That sounds like jazz. What is that? What type of music is that? John said, I love Sade. Chris said, I have to write poetry then. Oh, that's cute. Hey, Skyson. Tom, why you say my name like that? Good morning, Skyson. Chris, you do have to write poetry. Write some poetry. Who you gonna give it to? Because that's like poetry. What would that be considered? What type of love language is poetry? Sade in the 80s. Y'all know I gotta look everything up. And y'all know my son right next to me. Let me see. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, don't come here. You said till you done, you go. Okay, I love me a little poetry, y'all. You know I'm a poet too. Tell me a little poetry. Tom said, you said something very profound. You said love language is intimacy because when you spend time with the person you love, that's intimacy. When you take a road trip, when you take a vacation. Yeah, that's what I felt like that's what I'm trying to understand, and that's what I understand now. Hey, Kelvin. King, you said intimacy is not just sexual facts. So that's what I understand now. I didn't understand it. But that's how you build intimacy in a relationship. In an intimacy, where I'm connecting the dots, y'all. I'm connecting the dots. I'm connecting the dots. Intimacy is what builds emotional safety in a relationship. A, B, C. It makes sense. The live has been concluded. This is what we've been talking about. There is a C. Yep, there's the C. A, B, C. You said, how am I doing? I'm doing well. I am in high spirits. So I looked up what love language poetry is. It's words of affirmation because it expresses feelings, admiration, or encouragements. Reading or writing a poem for someone communicates love, respect, and emotional validation. Quality time indirectly because it creates a sharing poetry can... Oh, creating or sharing poetry can involve deep focus, attention, and shared emotional presence, which are elements of quality time. A poetry reading, writing session together, or discussion. Oh, discussing favorite poems fosters connection. And it is emotional and artistic expression. So it's a form of creative love language. I've never heard of creative love language. I asked them what other love languages were there. They didn't say creative love languages. Where did that come from? Shout out to Nigeria. Real Rico. Yes, it all connects, friend. It's giving. John talking about what, John? John, what? John, what's the joke for today? Tom, you said me getting a car isn't the intimacy. The intimacy is that we had a conversation that is intimacy. She trusted me to talk to me about what was bothering her. The car is the icing on the cake. Are you saying you got your girl a car? I'm confused. Am I missing something? Oh, okay. Tom said this is the best intimacy ever. I'm talking to my girlfriend that I really love and vice versa. And she says man, I need to get this car because it will help me get to school. Can I get her the car? Me getting the car isn't the intimacy. The intimacy is what, hey Gary, is what we had a conversation. That is intimacy. She trusted me to talk. Okay, what y'all think? Tom asked the question. What y'all think about Tom's question? Thank you, Kelvin. I want to see, since it's all men, I want to see what all men say. Mind you, it's 222. I'm saying 222. I want to see what the man says about this before I answer. Because y'all already know what I'm going to say. Y'all know what I'm about to say. So Tom is asking if he should get his girl a car because she's already expressed her need for it. John, so Time is asking, he said, this is the best intimacy ever. I'm talking to my girlfriend that I really love and vice versa. And she says, man, I need to get this car because it will help me get to school. Can I get her the car? He also said, me getting a car isn't the intimacy. The intimacy is that we had a conversation. That is intimacy. She trusted me to talk to me about what was bothering her. The car is the icing on the cake. Early, who is these people you talking about? And then Tommy said, I believe intimacy is listening to the woman that you love, because in today's society, they say men do not listen and how women are not heard. So John said he agrees. I think John might be the only one to vote. So what I'm going to tell you, it sounds like acts of service. It sounds like, yeah, acts of service is the number one thing that I could think about. Girl, early, I don't know nothing about that show, baby. My love, I don't know nothing about that girl. But it sounds like you said, you listen to her, you understand her, and you're validating her emotions through providing that act of service. And it's also gift giving. You're giving her a gift. So I think that that's a beautiful thing for you to do. And I think if you feel right about it, you should definitely do it. You should definitely do it. I think that that would, deepen y'all's bond. I hope that, before you do it, that you have some form of stability in y'all's relationship. Some form of stability in y'all's relationship. Everly said, how was your day, baby? My day's been a day, girl. It's been a day, girl. You said for a question, Meiana, if you got time. What's your question, baby? I'm going to go ahead and take this poll down. The final result, we had 26 people vote. Hi, I love chips. Welcome back, baby. And 35% said quality time, 19% said words of affirmation, 8% said receiving gifts, and 38% said physical touch or other, which would have been acts of service. Yeah, the history test, girl. Why are they testing y'all so much? Why are they testing y'all so much, girl? Mind y'all, I got 17 assignments due this week. And I'm not playing. So if y'all see me taking days off, you know why. Slay is a bad word. What? Tom, you said, I believe it's better than the active service. I believe I just connected to my girlfriend that if she had any issues in her life, she will come to me first with any issues. She has trust and respect. Oh, I agree with you. John said, what is the leading cause of divorce in long-term marriages? This is a joke, John? Because I know the truth is money, right? But the joke is money. I don't know. Chris said, I'm writing this down. What you writing down? He said, they don't love us. Girl, they do love you. They're trying to get you. I love chips, baby. What you talking about, baby? Okay, John, it's a joke. Okay, I don't know. A stalemate. stalemate. A stalemate. Okay. I love the daily jokes. It has my mind turning and thinking. Cause I was like, at first I was like, what is that? But it makes sense. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, 3 Divine. Okay, Warrior, you said. Mind you, I keep saying 222, y'all. Warrior, you said, I've been using the THC berries for relaxation, and wife got mad for work purposes. Not mad at her, but I respect it. Yeah, it's helping my mind calm. Let me show you some other alternatives from THC if your partner does not want you to use those products. I only say that because I don't know what state you live in. Maybe she doesn't want you to use it because of the legal reasonings. Maybe she doesn't like the health effects. I don't know what form of THC that you're using, whether it's, or if it's, So let me show you some things that relaxes your muscles and calms your nervous system. And there's a lot more, but these are just the ones that I have already on hand. So I'm going to go get it. Am I missing something? Okay. Y'all asked me about these shows, babies. I don't watch these shows, y'all. I don't watch them. Tom said, no, it's not money. It's, I forgot how it's something. Irreparable differences. I don't know if I'm, you answering the question. You answering his question. John, you been seeing 222 a lot? John, you saying that the live talking to you? Come here. Where are you going? Come here. Here y'all go. Y'all's daily dose of my son. Son, say hi. Okay, I'm gonna put him down. Chris, you writing a book? Let us know how that goes. I have not watched Love Island, but I have definitely seen all the clips. Looks like your Luna. Okay, here, Warrior. So, organic valerian. This is one of them. It helps for sleep and relaxation. Magnesium complex. So this has glycinate, taurate, and citrate. I got these from the vitamin shop. I got a whole bunch of vitamins. They was probably around $100. But I have more vitamins than just these. This is liquid magnesium glycinate. Chris said trying to spell this. And I take this before bed, but I heard some people take it in the morning time. This is stress support, muscle relaxation, and sleep support as well. L-theanine. This is another one I take before bed. And then passion flower. So mind you, I did my research before I just bought all of these. And based on my research, this is what I came to conclusion about. I forgot what each one does, honestly, but most of them support sleep and relaxation. So I would say try those for a little bit and then see how that works for you, or do your own research. What does passion flower do? I think it's relaxation as well, but I'm gonna look it up because honestly, once I did my research, I forgot exactly what they all do. In the magnesium glycinate, it comes in like pill form, but I don't like pills like that. So it's a natural calming agent. It helps symptoms of mild to moderate anxiety, increases GABA in the brain, which helps lower brain activity and induces relaxation. Passion flower is often used to treat insomnia or trouble falling asleep. can help improve sleep quality and reduce nighttime restlessness. Yeah. But I have bought all of these to support me in sleep. I wanted to sleep better. It can help with hot flashes, mood swings, and sleep disturbances in menopausal women. So, oh my God, Brian. Your boyfriend broke up with you. Oh my God. I like sea moss too. But sea moss is so expensive. If I could, sea moss is a good one. If I could, I would get sea moss all the time. But $30 a bottle, and the bottle lasts me like 2 weeks. 1 to 2 weeks. I'd be like, okay. Then I still have to buy my vitamins. My vitamins, babe, if you don't know what menopause is, you don't eat. It's okay. You don't need to know what it is. The vitamins I take Mary Ruth's daily vitamins. Girl, I went to the vitamin shop today. Why was those vitamins $50? I said, I'm just going to order it on Amazon. Y'all got me messed up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Rico. It don't last a long time. And you got to pay a whole lot of money for it. So, if I could make my own sea moss, maybe. I don't have the time to do that. But I enjoy taking it. I really do. And yeah, I try to take all of these every night. I don't always take all of these every night, especially because the passion flower is in a pill form. Let me show y'all. It's in a pill form. And I don't always like to take pills, so I may not always take the passion flower, but I'll take everything else because it's easy to just put in, you know, go about my day. Chris said, I thought they were for the elders. Yeah, it is. The reason why I brought up menopause is because I was reading online the benefits of passion flower. Time said homemade sea moss from my grandparents' country of Jamaica. Oh, you Jamaican. And my mother's country of Limon, Costa Rica, with the natural stuff that they put in it is amazing. Oh, Tom, you come from a beautiful, well-connected family. I love that for you. I love that for you. Do y'all want to talk about anything else? John said routine this. Do y'all want to talk about anything else? Oh, and I also decided that we'll do the giveaway 6 p.m. on Sunday. So y'all, we gonna do the giveaway 6 p.m. on Sunday. And what I'm gonna do, hopefully I remember. But on Sunday, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the chat section only for subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, you cannot chat in the giveaway. You cannot participate. So that will make it easier for not random people to just be trying to come in here, you know. So y'all, 6 p.m. Central Time Sunday, come out. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna talk, and we're gonna do a giveaway. But yeah, let me know. Do y'all want to talk about anything else? Or do y'all feel like y'all had a good... Tell me about the conversation. How y'all feel about the conversation? King said we're going to have a poetry night. Bet. Let's do a poetry night. I had a poem that I wrote a long time ago after I went through a breakup. And when I tell you that poem really I'm like, that poem was like 10 out of 10. Like 10 out of 10. Exactly how I was feeling. I think I even said it on stage at a poetry night. He said, I'll just be coming home from church. When? How about karaoke, boy? One day I have to get one of the, make it to where you do the live, where other people can join your live. One day we can do that. Good conversation as usual. Thank you. I like the way that John described it. He said healthy conversations. Chris said, don't have me crying now. I like that. Healthy conversations. Supportive conversations, so that, you know, conversations rooted in gratitude and love. Tom, you said Sunday at 7. No, Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time. So I don't know what area you in. So it could be 7 if you on the East Coast. I think that's how it works. It could be 5 o'clock if you on the West Coast. You said don't have me crying now when you read the poetry. Okay, baby. You put the crying face as in laughing, but really you're going to be crying as in sad. You're going to be sad because you're going to be like, oh, I feel these emotions. Let me do a little poetry for y'all right now. Let me see what comes to me. Today was a day. I cannot sashay the day away. I have to feel the pain inside of the crevices of my mind about the burger that I had to leave behind. Because not only was the burger delicious, but it was defined, it was juicy, delicate, and had a round behind. And unfortunately, I had to leave my burger behind. Why, you may ask? And when you ask, I may bask in the sadness that I had to realize when I had to leave my burger behind, because there was a hair. And unfortunately, I fear that I almost ate that hair and had to get my refund back from the man that looked like a bear. Mind y'all, that was off the dome. Mind y'all, that was off the dome. Chris said got me feeling like SpongeBob. See, I'm not about to play with y'all. Thank you, love you. Tom said there's no cheese on the burger. That was my spoken word, y'all. That was me expressing how I felt today when my burger had hair in it. Real Rico, no, for real, they would have been snapping like, yes, facts, period. Period. One day we're gonna have to do something. We gotta do something. Especially since it's so many men. Like, y'all gotta do some type of meetup. Y'all gotta do some type of meetup so y'all can grow with each other. But that's something for another day. Period, King. The burger with hair, a despair. Period. Period. That's a good one. But I'm gonna summarize what I learned today that was really thought-provoking and what I'm gonna take with me. But if you are wanting to manifest more love and belonging, you give and you receive love. But when you give love through many forms, many modes. Some being quality time, physical touch, acts of service, words of affirmation, etc., etc. It could be creative. It could be, physical work that you do that shows your love to other people. But when you are showing your love and giving your love to other people, you are actually building intimacy in your relationship. And as you are building that intimacy, which is bringing you closeness in your relationship, you're also building love. Did I get that right? I feel like I'm missing something. But yeah, y'all. John said he got another joke. Always ready. What's the joke, baby? Tom said, enchant family, have a blessed night and a better tomorrow. Stay consistent and healthy. Always try to be nice to someone tomorrow. I'm gonna be nice because these people got me stressing out. I'm gonna try to be nice, but I'm tired of stressing out. Okay, we're gonna listen to John's joke and we're gonna go. Chris said, how what, baby? What did the cannibal get when he showed up to the party late? A meatball. He had a ball. He had a meatball. That's what I'm thinking. What is it? What is it? A cold shoulder. GR said a meatless bone. A cold shoulder because he came late. That's crazy. One day I'm going to figure out how you come up with these jokes. Y'all, I love it. I love it. But okay, Junard. Shout out to you getting married. I hope all things go well. Y'all are a hoot. Y'all are a hoot. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Today's Tuesday, so tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll see how things go, cause y'all, I'm already over it. I'm so tired. I'm like, what the helly? What the helly? What the heliante? What the helly Cyrus? What the helly? What the helly? That's how I feel. But we gonna make it through. Good night, y'all. Good night, good afternoon, good morning, wherever y'all are. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day and manifest your life away. What the hell, LeBron James? Period. Bye-bye, y'all.